Celebs who damage their careers with plastic surgery. Usually, a makeover is a good thing. A new look often makes a person feel more confident, attractive, or just reinvented. However, makeovers can make some people unrecognizable, and that can pose a problem, especially in Hollywood, where a big part of a celebrity's relevance and paycheck stems from having a famous face. Whether that mug is known for its beauty or for its alleged flaws, it's the face that fans know and love. The following celebrities looked a whole lot different after a makeover. Whether you consider the new look subjectively worse or superficially better, one thing is clear. These stars lost some of the character that made them unique, thereby affecting the perception of audiences and agents alike. Let's take a closer look at the famous faces whose careers suffered major downturns after getting extreme makeovers. Jennifer Grey. Dirty Dancing star Jennifer Grey stood out in the 1980s because of her distinctive and adorable nose. When she went under the knife in 1989, her career diminished along with her proboscis. It was such a dramatic difference that even close friends didn't recognize her. Grey used the gossip surrounding her new face as an ongoing gag in a 1999 sitcom, It's Like, You Know, in which she played herself. I said, "Let's talk about all the things that people say behind my back," she told Newsweek of the series. Let me say them, you know? Let's have fun with the absurdity that is my life." Regarding all the speculation about her nose job, she said, "I might not have to deal with it anymore. Every interview I do just becomes anatomy of a nose." Unfortunately, the show didn't take off, and Grey still regrets the procedure. "I went into the operating room a celebrity and came out anonymous," she lamented to the Mirror in 2012. "It was the nose job from hell. I'll always be this once famous actress nobody recognizes because of a nose job." Tara Reid. Tara Reid got her big break in The Big Lebowski, which she parlayed into becoming a late 90s, early 2000s cinema staple, with starring and supporting roles in American Pie and its sequels, as well as Josie and the Pussycats and Van Wilder. Unfortunately for Reid, when she went under the knife in 2004 for breast implants and liposuction, it had a negative impact on her career, as well as her self-esteem, leaving her with rippled skin on her abdomen from the lipo and deformed nipples from her breast augmentation. "My stomach became the most Ripley bulgy thing," she told CBS News. "I had a hernia, this huge bump next to my belly button. As a result, I couldn't wear a bikini. I lost a lot of work." Reid reportedly got her procedures reversed in 2006, but the damage to her career made her Sharknado bound. She told People in 2008, "In my American Pie days, everyone was kissing my butt. I didn't realize how good I had it." She added, "I'm scared about getting surgery ever again. It's like surviving a plane crash and getting on a plane again. My stomach scars are my battle wounds. Boom. That's it." Lisa Rinna. Lisa Rinna became virtually unrecognizable after lip fillers gone wrong in the mid-80s. She told Hoda Kotb on the Today Show in 2013 via Us Weekly, "Here's the story. 25 years ago, I had my lips injected with silicone. Stupid thing to do at 24. I saw beaches. I did it with my best girlfriend, so she and I go and we get our lips done. Fine. I have it like that for my whole career, right? So then cut to a couple of years ago, I have a doctor remove as much as they possibly can because it got to the point where they were yucky. They get hard. It's gross. They are now whatever that was after they took out as much of the silicone as they could." Many speculated that Rinna's puffy pout cost her a lot of work in Hollywood. She's been relegated to small television roles for the bulk of her career and is now known primarily for her reality TV role on The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. She told MomLogic.com via the Huffington Post, "When you change your face, you don't look like yourself. Looking fresher is one thing. I look like a freak. I always said I wouldn't change my face, but I did it." She reportedly got so tired of the scrutiny surrounding her mouth that she went under the knife again in 2016 to shrink her upper lip. "My lips started to define who I am," she told People. "That bothered me." Mickey Rourke. Mickey Rourke took a respite from acting in the early 1990s to pursue a boxing career. He won 6 out of 6 matches, but paid a steep price with his once devastatingly handsome face. He underwent a series of plastic surgeries to try to correct the results of his injuries, but the outcome hurt his prospects in Hollywood. Most of it was to mend the mess of my face because of the boxing, but I went to the wrong guy to put my face back together, he told the Daily Mail. I had my nose broken twice. I had 5 operations on my nose and 1 on a smashed cheekbone. I had to have cartilage taken from my ear to rebuild my nose and a couple of operations to scrape out the cartilage because the scar tissue wasn't healing properly. Rourke finally got most of the bad work reversed, or at least minimized, and his career has since picked up, with roles in Sin City, Iron Man 2, The Expendables, and The Wrestler, for which he was nominated for a Best Actor Oscar in 2008. Still, Rourke isn't done going under the knife. In October 2017, he revealed on Instagram that he underwent yet another nose job to correct prior work, remarking, "Now I am pretty again." Let's be clear. The biggest reason behind the decline of Ashlee Simpson's career was being busted lip-syncing on Saturday Night Live in 2004, prompting the hoedown that went down in history. The second biggest is likely the fact that her subsequent live performances were so lackluster that she got booed by entire stadiums. However, the third biggest reason was quite possibly her suddenly smaller nose. In July 2006, Simpson appeared on the cover of Marie Claire preaching self-acceptance. "Everyone is made differently, and that's what makes us beautiful and unique," she told the mag. "I want girls to look in the mirror and feel confident." It's a great message, except soon after the issue hit newsstands, she was spotted with a brand new nose. Hypocritical much? Marie Claire editor Joanna Coles revealed that the mag received thousands of letters about Simpson not practicing what she preaches. The publication even published a note saying, "We're dazed and confused and disappointed by her choice." 2. Lara Flynn Boyle. Lara Flynn Boyle was a beauty on Twin Peaks from 1990 to 1991, and she was just as stunning during her tenure on The Practice from 1997 to 2003. However, around the early 2000s, her lips began to look noticeably larger. By 2006, after Las Vegas was canceled, her work began dwindling. The erstwhile TV A-lister was relegated to TV movies and guest roles. The actor appeared in 2 TV movies and 1 short in 2006, 2 low-budget projects in 2007, 1 episode of Law and Order in 2008, 2 low-budget projects in 2009, and 1 low-budget film each in 2011, 2013, and 2014. That may well be because the brunette beauty has become almost unrecognizable, but Boyle's struggles may actually be a symptom of a larger problem in Hollywood. She told the Mail on Sunday via the Sydney Morning Herald, "I know I may be running out of time. There are just not that many roles for older women. On a vanity level, I am not looking forward to aging at all. I think I look pretty good now." What's heartbreaking about that statement? When Boyle said she felt like she was running out of time, she was only 32 years old. Lil' Kim. Lil' Kim was once rap's queen bee, going platinum with Hardcore and winning a Grammy for her Lady Marmalade verse. Unfortunately, the pint-sized hip-hop powerhouse hasn't had a hit since her 4th album, The Naked Truth, spawned 1 top 40 single in 2005 with Lighters Up. While some of that could certainly be due to the changing nature of the music industry, as well as her feud with Nicki Minaj, it's almost indisputable that part of the reason the Queen has been dethroned is due to her drastically different appearance. In a 2005 interview, Kim did admit to getting a nose job, then to getting another rhinoplasty after suffering a broken nose at the hands of an abusive ex-boyfriend, but she denied getting any other work done. Experts, however, disagree. It's clear that there has been some skin bleaching. She's probably used chemicals, which contain very high doses of acids, on her face, combined with high-acid creams to lighten her skin. Plastic surgeon Dr. Jennifer Levine, who hasn't treated Lil' Kim, told Us Weekly. She could have had Botox injections under the jaw for a more chiseled look. And in case it's not obvious, Kim probably had filler injected into her cheeks. Meg Ryan. Meg Ryan was America's sweetheart, but in 2003, she looked like a different person and took a lot of heat for it. That, combined with the dissolution of her marriage to Dennis Quaid, which was rumored to be the result of her affair with Russell Crowe, and taking on roles incongruent with her girl-next-door image, damaged her career. Dr. Mark Youssef, a plastic surgeon who hasn't treated Ryan, told Hollywood Life, "The most obvious thing that she's had done is some sort of filler or fat transfer to her cheek. When she smiles, all of that filler moves up and makes her eyes look smaller. The reason she looks masculine is because of the placement of the volume in her cheeks. He continued, it's very possible that she had some sort of rhinoplasty. There's definitely volume in her lips as well. She's had too much Botox in the forehead. Youssef added that her face shape and texture also appeared different, raising the possibility of laser resurfacing. The media attention didn't help. All of the tabloid attention really shook her up, a source told People. She was deeply troubled by it. It contributed to her stepping away from Hollywood. Melanie Griffith. Melanie Griffith's career peaked in 1988 with her Oscar nomination for Working Girl. Unfortunately, she started going under the knife circa the late 90s, according to the Daily Mail, supposedly opting for procedures to her lips and possibly a facelift. The results did not restore her natural beauty. When Porter magazine, via E! News, asked Griffith if she realized how much her surgeries impacted her negatively in Hollywood, she responded candidly, "No, I didn't realize until people started saying, 'Oh, my God, what has she done?'" She said. "I was so hurt. I went to a different doctor, and he started dissolving all of this **T that this other woman doctor had put in. Hopefully, I look more normal now." Alas, the hypercritical hordes of social media users have not been kind. "Most people are telling me I look horrible," she told Us Weekly in 2012. "The tweets I get are really nasty." Joan Van Ark. Former soap opera star Joan Van Ark, famous for Dallas and Knots Landing, has looked like a ghost of herself since the late 2000s. Since her run on The Young and the Restless ended in 2005, she's landed only bit parts, including, ironically, 2 episodes of Nip, TV movies, and voiceover work. Her appearance seems to have drastically changed over the years. This may be due to quite a bit of plastic surgery. I suspect she's had at least 1 facelift, if not 2, causing her neckline and jawline to look tight. Her forehead is smooth and wrinkle-free, a possible consequence of a brow lift and Botox, Dr. Anthony Yoon, who hasn't treated Van Ark, told the National Enquirer. Yoon said her skin may be due to multiple chemical peels and laser treatments, along with injections of filler and Botox. Overall, I'd recommend she continue taking care of her skin but consider stopping invasive treatments, short of a little Botox here and there if she wanted. Heidi Montag. In fairness to Heidi Montag, The Hills star had not yet established a huge career when the series ended, but getting 10 plastic surgeries in a single day in 2010 did not help her extend her 15 minutes of fame. She talked about her big day of surgeries with The View. Montag elected to undergo a brow lift, liposuction on her inner and outer thighs, fat injections in her cheekbones, scooping out her back, ear pinning, rhinoplasty, breast implants, and chin shaving, and she reportedly regrets it all. "I really just went back in to get my nose reset and get a little bit larger of implants and was talking to my doctor and he just kind of diagnosed me and was like, 'You should get a chin reduction and an eyebrow lift,'" she said. "So once he kind of told me everything that was wrong with me, I felt really insecure and he gave me a really great deal on it all." Montag and her co-star husband, Spencer Pratt, went broke following all that work. "A majority of the money is gone," she said. "There's agents, lawyers, managers, taxes, hair, and makeup. It just kind of caught up with us, and it was a lot, and it was really overwhelming." Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson will always be the king of pop, but toward the end of his life, he was more notorious for his bizarre appearance than for his hits. Jackson is believed to have undergone numerous plastic surgeries, including several rhinoplasties, as well as skin bleaching. However, in a tell-all with Martin Bashir, Jackson insisted, "I've had no plastic surgery on my face. Just my nose. It helped me breathe better, so I can hit higher notes as I can remember. Yeah, just 2. Plastic surgeon Pamela Lipkin speculated to ABC News, "What I think has happened recently is that something in his nose, a graft, an implant, something has now come out through the skin, and that's why he's probably got a hole in his skin." They're called nasal cripples. People whose nose has been done so many times that there is no nose really to breathe through. Michael Jackson has what we call an end-stage nose, a crucified nose, one that's beyond the point of no return. Farrah Abraham. Teen Mom star Farrah Abraham isn't doing much TV work these days, but she had to get extra work done to her face to correct a seriously botched surgery. The erstwhile adult film actor appeared on Botched in 2015 after she got lip implants that went horribly wrong, above left. She explained to people that even the anesthesia seemed to not be working properly during her original procedure, leading her to see Dr. Terry Dubrow and Dr. Paul Nassif. I could feel everything, and it was hurting in a crazy way, and my lip was blowing up as I was sitting there, she recalled. I'm like, okay, you guys need to shoot me with something to get this out of my body because I am clearly having some type of a reaction, and it was scaring me. She said the experience actually made her want to become a plastic surgeon someday, but as of this writing, that hasn't come to fruition. Her TV career also seems pretty icy, considering she was fired from her longtime reality show Meal Ticket in October 2017 for refusing to stop her side gig in adult entertainment. As for how that fits the bill for her career being damaged by plastic surgery, a quick look at the other enhancements she chose to tell you all you need to know about which of those two paths she clearly banked on for the future. Jamie Lee Curtis. This entry also comes with a bit of an asterisk, since Jamie Lee Curtis is a boss who's only gotten better with age, but her efforts to fight aging actually hindered her work temporarily. In a 2002 interview with More magazine, the Halloween star admitted to having several procedures, including liposuction and Botox, and that she didn't like the results of any of them. She even suffered from a painkiller addiction post-op. However, it was surgery on her under-eye bags that she said actually hurt her ability to make a movie. 10 years ago, before anybody did that, I had fat taken from underneath my eyes because I was on a movie, and I was puffy. I remember the cameraman saying, "I can't shoot her now." She recalled, "I remember being mortified. And yet, you know what? Nobody tells you if you take fat from your body in one place, it comes back in another place. All of these bettering experiences are not without risk. And there is this illusion that once you do it, then you'll be fine. And that's just horse's tea." I looked worse. Since then, Curtis has been unapologetically herself. In 2012, she wrote a blog for the Huffington Post decrying the obsession with anti-aging. Cardi B. Like her song states, Cardi B loves money, and it hurt her to say goodbye to a huge chunk of change while she recovered from liposuction and breast implants. The rapper was forced to cancel several shows to avoid complications while she recovered from her liposuction in May 2019. She fumed in an Instagram Live via BuzzFeed after critics called her lazy for not working out to get her pre-baby body back. "I do whatever the I want to do with my body. I don't have the time of day like you do. My job as an entertainer is a 24-hour job, bro. So, no, I don't have time to work out. I wanted specific things that I know that no matter how much I work out won't get fixed." She added, "I hate canceling shows because I love money. I'm a money addict. I get paid a lot of money for these shows. I'm canceling millions of dollars in shows, but health is wealth, so I have to do what I have to do." Cardi said that traveling for her shows caused swelling, especially in her lower extremities, that scared her and took too much of a toll on her body, leading her doctor to warn her to take it easy. The Bronx Natives rep told people that Cardi was overzealous in getting back to work so soon after her procedures and needed to take time off to let her body heal. Courtney Cox. Courtney Cox didn't admit to losing any specific acting work due to her procedures, but did admit she could barely move her face because she had too much filler. Wait, isn't moving one's face an actor's entire job? This Cougar Town actress confessed to New Beauty that her use of fillers was gradual, which made her not notice she'd gone too far until a pal pointed it out. The Friends star has since had her fillers dissolved, though she hasn't discounted a more cautious, conservative use of them in the future. "Things are going to change. Everything's going to drop. I was trying to make it not drop, but that made me look fake," she said. "You need movement in your face, especially if you have thin skin like I do." She added, "I grew up thinking that appearance was the most important thing. That's kind of sad because it got me in trouble. I was trying so hard to keep up, and I actually made things worse." It seems she's developed a healthier attitude toward aging, telling the Sunday Times in 2022 as she approaches 60, "There's nothing wrong with being 60. I just can't believe it." Reid Ewing. Reid Ewing wrote an essay for the Huffington Post describing his heartbreaking battle with body dysmorphia. Ewing revealed that after moving to Los Angeles, he obsessed over what he perceived to be imperfections. His first plastic surgery was at 19 when he got cheek implants. He described the experience as incredibly painful, both physically and emotionally. He had to wear a mask for weeks after the procedure, which led to him temporarily fleeing his home to avoid people knowing about the surgery. Ewing claimed that the implants actually made his face appear gaunt because they defined his cheekbones more than his actual cheeks. A second doctor then suggested a chin implant as a correction. Ewing got additional procedures thereafter, all in efforts to correct prior procedures gone wrong. He had essentially become addicted to plastic surgery. Ewing is best known for his role of Dylan on Modern Family, which he filmed during downtime between procedures or when he had fillers. He hasn't acted much following the end of the series. While he didn't explicitly say his surgeries hurt his career, it did hurt his bank account. He explained, "I used the money I saved from acting and then borrowed from my parents and grandmother when I was most desperate." He's since sworn off plastic surgery, claiming it made him feel even more insecure and isolated than he did before he got any work done. Janice Dickinson. Janice Dickinson boasts that she's the world's first supermodel, but there isn't much of the world's first supermodel left. The brunette beauty admitted to having a facelift, tummy tuck, facial fillers, and botched breast implants, which she got fixed on the show of the same name. They all cost her. Dickinson filed for bankruptcy in 2013, Radar Online reported, much of it allegedly owed to cosmetic surgeons. Luckily for Dickinson, $1 million of her debts was erased a year later. In addition to the actual costs of her myriad procedures, Dickinson also may have paid for her surgeries in terms of her career successes. Models unfortunately have expiration dates in the problematic and often sexist fashion industry, and the combination of Dickinson's age, puffy appearance, and often difficult attitude has caused much of her work to dry up. She had fewer than a dozen acting roles over 2 decades, but she's appeared as herself on a number of TV shows. Joan Rivers. Comedian Joan Rivers was no stranger to going under the knife. She was so familiar with it that the public, especially those who were born past her career peak, were more familiar with her affinity for plastic surgery than her comedy career. Rivers shared with Anderson Cooper, "Every weekend I just go in and I do something new. I get a 10th one free. It's like a little coffee, you just keep going," as reported by the New York Daily News. Although it was a joke, there was some truth to the remark, and Rivers' daughter Melissa staged an intervention, feeling her mother had surpassed what's appropriate when it comes to cosmetic procedures. "At one point, I start to think the risk outweighs the reward, so I wanted my mom to know how I felt about it, and I made myself fairly clear," she said. Hauntingly, it was complications from an elective surgery that ended Rivers' life, though not plastic surgery. Her daughter deemed the issues malpractice and filed a lawsuit, which settled in her favor, per the New York Times. Linda Evangelista. You'd presume that if anybody were to be supremely confident in their looks, it would be a supermodel. Unfortunately for Linda Evangelista, such was not the case. The model, who grew to fame in the 1990s, underwent a cool sculpting procedure that many people opt for instead of liposuction, as it's used to remove fat from your body. Unfortunately, some patients are left with a condition called paradoxical adipose hyperplasia, which Evangelista unfortunately suffered from. "I tried to fix it myself, thinking I was doing something wrong. I got to where I wasn't eating at all. I thought I was losing my mind," she told People. The rare side effects of the procedure left Evangelista with bulges on her body and a newfound desire to stay out of the spotlight. "I loved being up on the catwalk. Now I dread running into someone I know," she added of her shift in confidence post-procedure. Other models of her day, like Christy Turlington and Christy Brinkley, are still modeling to some degree something we can only assume Evangelista would be doing, too, if it weren't for the botched plastics. Crystal Hefner. As a Playboy model and Hugh Hefner's wife, Crystal Hefner felt she was expected to look a certain way, and she's unsure what prompted this desire in herself. "I don't know whether I felt empowered by dressing scantily clad, showing cleavage, etc., or if I just felt it was expected of me or what," she shared on Instagram. Whatever the reasons were, Hefner had a variety of surgeries performed, which eventually took a toll on her health. Her breast implants caused multiple negative symptoms, such as memory loss and fatigue, and a fat transfer surgery almost cost her life, according to In Touch. After all her negative experiences with cosmetic alterations, Hefner has since opted for a more natural look, both in real life and on social media. I removed everything fake from my body and deleted all my old photos. I am more authentic, vulnerable, and feel that I belong more to myself. She further explained that she had concerns about who would stick around with her account moving in a new direction. As I saw followers drop by the thousands every day, I was in the red. I was watching the girls that had similar pages keep posting the same scantily clad stuff and growing exponentially while I tanked hard. While she initially lost followers, her numbers eventually rebounded. So while she may no longer have a career as a Playboy pinup, she still has a following, just of a different sort. Ashlee Tisdale. When you grow up in the spotlight, the whole world watches. And things are especially amplified when you are part of a popular kids' television show and movie franchise. Ashlee Tisdale, who starred in The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody and in all 3 High School Musical installments, underwent a rhinoplasty at the height of her fame due to a deviated septum. Fans of hers misunderstood the purpose of the procedure and were not shy about their opinions. Tisdale was subject to intense scrutiny as a teenager for undergoing elective surgery. After several doctors' visits about my health issues, they also suggested shaving my bump down. I was young and didn't put much thought into it, so I decided why not. It wasn't a big deal to me, nor was it like I was dreaming of the day I'd get a nose job, she shared in a blog post. Despite her acceptance of the procedure, others were not so kind. Plastic surgery wasn't culturally accepted then like it is now. When I got it done, I was scrutinized, judged, and made to feel ashamed over my decision. Tisdale examined her experience with plastic surgery when she learned she was expecting a daughter, adding, "I hope her choices aren't met with judgment or shame. As a dancer, physical activity is your livelihood." When Heather Morris had a breast augmentation, her livelihood was put at risk due to unforeseen side effects. As reported by the Daily Mail, Morris shared in an interview, "Implants were something I thought I wanted when I was younger, and now I don't. It was hard being active with them because my chest was always sore. It hurt a lot, and I didn't like being in pain, so they had to go." For someone who is used to being active, implants were more of a nuisance than anything. The removal surgery was successful, and now Morris is as active as ever, both in her dancing career and acting. The Glee star has been working as a dance instructor and starred in the Lifetime original movie, Fatal Fandom. Clearly, her second surgery proved to be better for her career than her first. Rupert Everett may no longer an in-demand Hollywood actor, but he was for a time expected to catapult his scene-stealing appearance in 1997's My Best Friend's Wedding into a blockbuster career. There are many theories as to why Everett's career ultimately fizzled, and plastic surgery is one of them. Then again, even the actor himself admitted in an interview with the Daily Mail that his lack of that movie star quality may have been the true reason why he stopped getting cast. He has also blamed coming out of the closet as gay as a potential explanation for why he was unable to climb the ranks of show business. When it comes to his cosmetic work, Everett has rubbed some the wrong way by denying having had any procedures despite people putting together photographic evidence to the contrary. In 2009, photos of the actor looking shockingly different came out, with many tabloids speculating about the specific procedures he had done. For instance, a plastic surgeon hypothesized to star that the actor had likely gotten a facelift, a chin implant, and Botox. Though he denied having surgical enhancements, Everett claimed the perception that he had done so damaged his career. Those images went all the way around the world, and at one point I lost a job from a great Australian director because of him seeing the before and after images in a newspaper, he told The Express. A man shouldn't really have a facelift, because their faces don't deal with it well. K. Michelle, who rose to fame on Love and Hip Hop, Atlanta, originally received silicone injections in her behind because she believed it would help her in the music industry. She never kept her plastic surgery a secret, but it wasn't until she started having negative health effects that she opened up about her procedure. By 2015, Michelle was over her bodily enhancement, at least partially because she felt her shape was holding her back in Hollywood. For me and my career right now, and me doing business, like really being on the front line in business, I don't need to have a man looking down at Maya when I'm trying to talk numbers. I don't need to not be able to get the role, she explained to LOVBSCOET. When she decided she wanted to get the injections removed from her bum, Michelle was told that it had spread throughout her body and was the source of some of her health issues, such as problems walking. It took over a dozen surgeries for Michelle to get to a better place, but she will never completely rid herself of the toxins that were injected into her. Though Michelle is not anti-plastic surgery, she advocates for more awareness about the risks that can occur when people get onto the operating table. In 2022, My Killer Body with K. Michelle premiered on Lifetime, and the 8-episode series chronicled Michelle's experience, as well as that of other patients looking to reverse their surgeries. Priscilla Presley. Though she is most known for having been married to Elvis, Priscilla Presley had a thriving acting career in the 1980s and early 1990s. Many have since speculated that Presley's botched plastic surgery may be the reason she stopped getting acting work. After years on the series Dallas and roles in a few of the Naked Gun movies, things dried up for the star. And after 1999, she has only 4 credits listed on IMDb, all of them playing herself. Presley was long known for her natural beauty, so people were shocked to see what she happened to her face when she decided to have work done. TMZ reported that the star visited a sham cosmetic surgery doctor in 2003 who injected her face with industrial silicone that was typically used in automotive parts. The doctor later went to jail, and Presley had reconstructive surgery, but her face never looked like it was before the botched surgery. Not only have fans not been kind about her plastic surgery, but neither have TV critics. Kristen Davis. While Kristen Davis may not have entirely ruined her career with plastic surgery, the cosmetic procedures she has done to her face have certainly made an impact on how fans perceive her and her abilities to express emotion. The beloved star has kept working in the years since Sex and the City ended, but she never found a role that put her on the same level as Charlotte York. So, people were thrilled when Davis returned to the role that made her a household name when, and just like that, made its debut on Max in 2021. Though fans were excited to see Davis, many were talking more about her face than her performance, and they did not have nice things to say. Davis was a target on X, formerly known as Twitter, which then led to a slew of coverage in big publications that targeted her supposedly unrecognizable look. Rumors of plastic surgery swirled, but Davis has maintained that the culprit was non-surgical enhancements like Botox and fillers. I have done fillers and it's been good, and I've done fillers and it's been bad. I've had to get them dissolved, and I've been ridiculed relentlessly. And I have shed tears about it. It's very stressful, she told The Telegraph. Iggy Azalea. Though she had been working for years before breaking out with her smash hit, Fancy, it felt like Iggy Azalea was an overnight sensation. She continued to crank out some hits, most notably the collaborations on Black Widow with Rita Ora and Pretty Girls with Britney Spears, but has never recaptured the viral success she had early on. While there are many reasons why this may be the case, some people think it is due to Azalea's plastic surgeries. The rapper has copped to having a nose job as well as a breast augmentation. But some online have suggested the list doesn't end there, and people believe Azalea's surgeries have made her look like a new person. Photos from recent years have caused speculation that the rapper has had other facial procedures done, with one doctor telling the Daily Mail he believes she has had a chin augmentation and work done on her jaw. Another aspect of people's issues with Azalea's changing looks is the way they align with critiques that she engages in blackfishing or cultural appropriation. The rapper has been accused of increasing the size of her lips and behind, which some feel is an attempt to adopt a more ethnically ambiguous look. Kim Basinger. Kim Basinger was, for many years, known as one of Hollywood's great beauties. She was a huge star in the 1980s, appearing in movies like Batman and the James Bond film Never Say Never. Her success continued throughout the 1990s, peaking in 1997 with her Best Supporting Actress Oscar win for LA Confidential. She has kept working in the year since, but as Basinger's face transformed from familiar to foreign, the quality and quantity of roles coming her way were significantly impacted. Since she has not herself discussed her cosmetic procedures, it is not confirmed what work Basinger has done to her face, but not having confirmation has never stopped tabloids from speculating. In a 2023 Express article, written in response to pictures of Basinger leaving her daughter's baby shower with a clearly altered face, A top plastic surgeon suggested that Basinger had gotten Botox and fillers. A second doctor thought she may have had facial fat transfers or a facelift. Nevertheless, Basinger has maintained that it was merely a healthy lifestyle and diet that has kept her skin looking so youthful.
Rocky Sawant.
Since youth and beauty are valued in media industries across the world, it's not only Western celebrities who have been known to go under the knife. While Hollywood is bad when it comes to lookism, Bollywood might be even worse in that regard. Bollywood cinema is known for casting gorgeous women, in particular, and the pressures to look like a beauty queen are intense. Even actual beauty queens feel the pressure, like Priyanka Chopra Jonas, a former Miss India and Miss World, who has called out unrealistic beauty standards. Chopra Jonas explained on The Howard Stern Show that she went into a depression after receiving a bad nose job, but her career never suffered from the surgery. The same sadly cannot be said for Rocky Sawant. Sawant is another Indian actor who felt the pressure to look a certain way, and she has come under fire for going under the knife. Sawant revealed, via India Today, that she got plastic surgery early in her career after running away from home to join the film industry. She spoke out about her surgery, but then got saddled with criticism that she was too plastic. Sawant explained, via Koimwa, that she has suffered due to the perception of her and has had minimal acting roles in the last decade, resulting in her becoming a reality TV staple in India.